Guys, welcome back. Ahoy. Girls Fit, Lady White Beard. It has definitely been a while since my last update on this channel. I'm sure some of you have noticed that I have removed some of the nerd content, and I know I said I was going to leave it on here. I had thought about splitting up my pages, or my two personas, per se. Like Lady White Beard is like my cosplay, super nerdy persona. And then there's girls, me, Girls Fit, you know. But we're gonna mash up the two. It's just that anything with Lady Whitebeard live streaming wise, I'm going to have my VTuber up instead, just because I don't like always having my camera on when I'm streaming. So I do plan on getting back into the swing of things with streaming as well. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a bit. Today is January 20th. Today actually makes me 6 months post-op. For anyone new, back on July 20th, 2023, I went through vertical sleeve surgery, weight loss surgery. In short, I actually had the gastric sleeve done. So there's the bypass where your stomach's cut to the size of an egg, and then there's the sleeve where your stomach's pretty much cut to the size of a banana. I'm 6 months post-op. I've gone through a lot of stuff during these 6 months. During my 3 months post-op visit back in October, things were great. I was on a roll, and then something about October, just things went down. My last video might have been before that, I think, most likely. There's just so much going on, a lot of stress, and a lot of defeat, in a sense. My now fiance got COVID, and during that same time I dislocated my wrist somehow. So I'd taken a break from working out from that, and then a few weeks later, I had a foot injury, plantar fasciitis or fasciitis, however it's pronounced, that one. Had to take a week off, got back to the swing of things, and then started experiencing knee pain and hip pain. And I figured just like, oh, well, it's my weight probably. In terms of the knee pain. The hip, I have no idea what happened because I didn't fall, bang into anything, whatever the case may be. And I was like, well, I'm going to give it some time, let it do its thing. And yeah, I let it do its thing, and it just progressively got worse. So I ended up going to urgent care. Had to get a shot in my leg, or a shot for my leg, I should say. They said, you want your leg or your arms? I was like, do my arms. Let's not. But then at the same time, he was sick, so the shot, I feel like, wore off sooner than it should have, because I was running up and down the stairs. We live in a townhouse, so bedrooms are upstairs, my Peloton's in here upstairs, but kitchen food wise, and I gotta go downstairs for stuff like that. So I was running up and down the stairs, and that's where I mainly feel is the issues when I'm going up and down the stairs. So I knew the shot wore off a lot quicker because of that, but couldn't help that he was sick, and you know, I'm a natural nurturer, caregiver. So, you know, want to make sure he was actually resting and doing his stuff. So, kind of messed myself up that way. And then I saw a podiatrist, not a podiatrist, but an orthopedic doctor. And she sent me for x-rays. Nothing in terms of fracture wise or whatever, but she was there was a small cyst on the muscle. Her and the urgent care doctor do believe that wanted to be intentional with my workouts, because that's the thing. I was being intentional. I had started back at my old speed from when I was lower, a lot lower. On the treadmill, when I first started on the treadmill after surgery, I was walking at like a 1.5, maybe high speed like 1.8. And then once I got comfortable, I was like, I'm going back to my old speed, because I feel like I've always been on a weight loss journey almost all my life, because my weight has always been an issue for somebody other than me. And so when I used to work out at the gym often, I'd be on the treadmill at the speed of like 2.5, 2.7, or a steady 2.7, and try to work my way up. And then, of course, everything that has happened over the years. And then surgery. So I had finally got myself back up to a 2.5 and started actually hitting 3.0 on the treadmill. And I was so proud of myself. I was taking hiking classes, going inclines of 10, inclines of 12 on my Peloton. I was going in, and then my hip started to hurt. And so I had to take a break. And now I'm currently in physical therapy twice a week. Hopefully to the end of the month. If things clear up, cool, I'm done. If things don't clear up, I have to get x-rays again and re-talk to the orthopedic doctor. But yeah. So that's been January. That's been December into January for the most part. In December, I got engaged to the man. I'm going to be a Mrs. next year. So there's that. But you know, today's very special. It's 6 months post-op. And like I said, I've been in here a lot. You know, every time I go to my surgeon's office, which has literally just been for my post-op visits and stuff like that, you know, they're always happy with my progress, and stuff like that. And it's been me personally that's like, I could have done better. I could have done more. In the beginning, I was comparing myself a lot to other bariatric patients and stuff like that, especially with the TikTok community being as large as it is, especially for bariatrics. You know, a lot of people that had surgery around the same time or same day were losing weight a lot faster than me, things like that. And then, you know, it's like, oh, well, you know, I'm okay being a slow loser because then maybe I won't have as much excessive skin, loose skin. I know I'm gonna have loose skin, but I won't have as much. Just, you know, that's why I try to keep my mindset at. It's just like, you know, again, everyone's body's different. This past week was my 6 month post-op follow-up visit, and the nurse practitioner at the surgeon's office was ecstatic, super happy, smiley, all that. Said she's proud of me and stuff like that, and she loves how communicative I am with them, because I'm always using the app to send messages, ask questions, inquire about certain things and stuff like that. And then I don't see them again until July for my 1 year. In that time when we spoke, I was so in my head because I'd wanted to lose more by that date, because I had seen myself being in like, still in 200s, but like a high 200s, at least like 270 maybe. I was hoping for that, but I'm in the 290s. That's still a feat within itself because I'm out of the 300s. When I started on this journey, I was 360 something. And then when I made the consultation and saw the doctor that day, I was at 350 something. So I'd lost about almost 10 pounds or so, or 5 pounds, by the time I met with the surgeon's office and started the consultation and stuff like that. Now I'm in the 290s. Fantastic. Because that is still a large weight loss within itself. The goal is the hundreds. There's no specific number because my main objective is not a number per se. It's more so a size, and the size is more of a sentimental nostalgia thing for me. My goal is to fit into some of my mother's old clothes, and not just any of her old clothes, like her iconic clothes, which were basic items, but you know, they were some of her favorite items, and so I want to be able to fit into those. So that's my goal. She had this particular jean dress that everyone knew her for, and so I have that. And when I was much younger, I want to say when I was like a toddler or so like that, she used to wear these like green jumpsuits. She had like 2 different colors, and my mom was just, when she wanted to be cool and casual, it was like the jumpsuit with like a t-shirt or something like that, and she like have it halfway buttoned up, the rest open up, hair slicked back, just real casual and cool, you know, cute. And then when she wanted to, you know, feel herself, when she wore a short little jean dress that had pockets, she'd wear that, and that's what she had on. And so those are 2 things I'm trying to get into that were hers. I recently pulled out her old trench coat, and that actually fits with a hoodie on. Doesn't really close per se, but it's getting there. So I'm definitely making headway, especially knowing how broad my shoulders are compared to what hers were. My mom had a very feminine body. My physique, everyone keeps saying it's like Coca-Cola mixed with pear, and I'm like, I don't know. But I know my mom said that I get most of my genetics, like my shape and stuff like that, from my dad. So I have very broad shoulders. My body's kind of wide and it kind of curves in a little bit, so I get the Coca-Cola pear type thing. Well endowed up top, big old thighs, all that. So yeah. So I know when I get back to my lower size, whatever that may be, the physique is going to be crazy, especially after not seeing that physique for so long. But yeah, so I am working on going to be more active on this page, this channel, things like that. My TikTok is under the same name if you just happen to want to go on there. I do daily TikToks, accountability for myself, as well as the community I started, because I did start a bariatric community on Discord. I started a server on Discord for some bariatric folks, and we chit chat. It's not many of us, small little group, but we are very supportive of each other. And I love that. And I think that's one thing I was definitely looking for in the beginning, because I knew no one else. Or the people that I knew had the surgery, they weren't talking. Because some of them failed, in a sense. And not that they failed, but they didn't give it their all and they gained up their way back. But being on TikTok, interactive, and meeting other berries, I have met some bariatric people that have gone through surgery 7, 12, 15 years, and they've maintained the weight loss, and they give excellent advice, encouraging words, things like that. So yes, so I'll be trying to be more proactive on updates about my progress. Now to get to the Lady Whitebeard, the cool nerd. I don't know. I am going to get back into streaming a little bit more often. It's something I do enjoy doing. But like I said, I'm going to start using a VTuber because, again, I don't like being on camera all the time. I think that's another reason why I didn't update as much on here, is because I don't always like being in front of the camera. Like, yeah, I do daily updates on TikTok, but I'm literally just talking about what I've eaten for the day, my activity levels, and what I'm feeling as a berry. But like anything else, my Lady Whitebeard TikTok was suffering. I think I've lost and maintained the same 500 something followers on the Lady Whitebeard TikTok. So yeah. But anyway, I have a VTuber that I'm going to be using. The man created for me, and so that's what I'm using when I stream. And I will probably end up putting those back on here and delete the separate channel I did create for that. But yeah, you'll get some new content. I found a whole bunch of new cozy games that I have downloaded demos for, that I want to try. Some games I'm going to end up deleting the current data I have, say the save data, and restart those games over. I have not touched them in quite some time. I kind of got hooked on Disney Dreamlight Valley, and so I've been playing that as much as I can, when I can, or feel like it. So yeah, I'm gonna delete some save data on old games and restart brand new. So I'll probably be doing that with you guys more so as well. And the locks have gained some length over the past couple of months as well. But yes, Lady is healthy and happy and content. Might hear my stomach. That's the bariatric stomach going on over here. But yeah, so we about to get into it. 2024, starting new, starting fresh, revamped, feeling good. And so I'll do some life updates between the bariatric stuff, how therapy was. I did go to therapy, and that was one thing I did for me. I did that before the surgery and things of that nature. That's what I wanted to do for years. I put off because I was just focused on about everything else and everybody else, and finally put myself first to talk to a therapist, talk about my grief over the years. And I might jump back on to finish the series I started a way back when of the 5 stages of grief. So I'm gonna look into that as well to continue that on. And hey, you know, I might share some bridal updates. Who knows? But this channel is going to be up and active and running. For the most part, things will stay as Lady Whitebeard for the most part, as far as intro wise and whatnot, because that's still my baby, near and dear to my heart. You can't see Whitebeard behind me, but that's that wooden plaque. Whitebeard, I say he's my man because he is, but more so in the terms of Reminds me of my grandfather. And because my grandfather's a man about family. And Edward Newgate, Whitebeard, was a man about family. His crew were his sons. And so I'm a big family person, despite having some issues with certain family members of mine and certain family members of the man's. But I'm still big on family. And so that's why Whitebeard just resonates with me, because I'm a big family person. So, yeah. Cosplay has taken a back burner temporarily until I get this weight stuff situated, because there has been rapid weight loss like hella quick. A pair of jeans that never used to fit, get past my thighs, finally did fit, and then like 2-3 weeks later I wore the same pair of jeans and I went walking in the street and they started to slide on me. So I don't want to sit here and put all this work and investment into a cosplay and then end up not being able to fit it, or only when you wear it literally just one time and one time only. So cosplay has taken a seat on the back burner temporarily, I promise it'll be back. But yeah, that's all I got. Rambled for 16 minutes. I apologize. Because you wouldn't be here if you didn't want to know. So yeah, and we're training to be like All Might. We working on these equal wings. We get back in the gym this week. So that's it.